EVs are truly going mainstream. Every year we have more and more choices, and recently Chevy has offered an EV version of their Equinox. Hi, this is Joe from Way Scarff Ford, and today we're talking about this 2025 Equinox EV LT. Let's dive in. Even though it shares the name of its gas-powered Equinox brother, the Equinox EV is completely different. The only thing that's the same is a name, built on a completely different platform. This one was built from the ground up to be an EV. The Equinox EV is very well received by the automotive press. It's a compact crossover, similar into size as like the Tesla Model Y, Mustang Mach-E, Kia EV6, Hyundai Ioniq 5, all similar vehicles. Some, there's pros and cons for all of them. This one's very upscale, very well loaded. We recently took this one on trade, only 2,212 miles. This one is very nice equipped with features. Front wheel drive is standard on the Equinox. This has the optional all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive not only gives you additional traction, but it also gives you more power, 80 more horsepower. The front wheel drive version has 220 horsepower, but when they add another electric motor to make it all-wheel drive, that's like having two engines, so that bumps you up to 300 horsepower. Very smooth, very seamless acceleration. The way EVs make their power delivery is completely different than gas cars. Gas cars have engines that need to rev to their peak power band to make power. Sometimes when you are merging or passing, the transmission needs to kick down a couple gears or search for the right gear. This just has one gear. You just hit the accelerator and you have instant torque. This thing takes right off. And there's no vibrations from the engine. It's quiet, it's smooth. The EV driving experience is completely different than a gas car. And sometimes we need to get used to it, like with the regenerative braking. People don't always like the regenerative braking. They're used to a car coasting, but that's because we're conditioned to gas cars and the way they feel. We kind of have to recalibrate our minds. And when you get behind an EV and you get these features like regenerative braking, we have to learn to embrace them. You can drive this with one pedal with the regenerative braking, so you can modulate that pedal right there, and you hardly ever need to touch the brakes except for emergency stopping situations. You have this button right here too to make the regenerative braking more aggressive, so you can control the regen where you don't always have that option with other EVs. Some smart thinking on Chevy's part. And the great thing about regenerative braking is you're reversing the polarity of the electric motors, turning them into generators. So normally all that kinetic energy, all that heat you lose through braking, you can recapture it and put it back in the battery. That's what makes EVs that much more efficient. Even though this can go 300 miles in a fully charged battery, the battery only holds the equivalent of probably about 2 to 3 gallons of gas. Most gas cars aren't going to go 300 miles or past 200 miles off 2 or 3 gallons of gas, but the way EVs take that energy and use it is much more efficient than a gas-powered vehicle. So some people say, well, EVs, when you charge them, you're getting that energy to charge your EV from dirty energy. Well, that might be true, but even though the energy you're charging your electric car from might come from coal or natural gas or something like that, this can use that energy much, much more efficiently than putting gas in an internal combustion engine and driving it that way. So that attack on EVs has gotten debunked. And we're not talking about Teslas today, but the Tesla Model Y for 2023 and 2024 is the best-selling vehicle of any type in the whole entire world. Not best-selling EV, best vehicle of any type in the world. So the best-selling car in the world for the last 2 years, and maybe for this year, 2025, has been an EV. So that shows you that the technology is here, the charging infrastructure is here, EVs are mainstream, and what better way to get into one than a nice low-mileage Equinox like this. We have a copy of the original build sheet on this one. Of course, they're not created equal. The base MSRP was at $33,600, but that's a basic front-wheel drive version. This is an all-wheel drive, very well equipped with features, almost loaded. That takes the MSRP all the way up to $48,484. Luckily, on the pre-owned market, even though it's very lightly pre-owned, it's practically near new condition. When the owner drives off the lot, that's when you take your first biggest initial hit in depreciation, and your new car became a used car. So someone already took that hit for you. So if you like the options and color combination, this might be a great way into getting a nice, relatively new Equinox at less than what a new one costs. So we have a lot of standard equipment. Fully charged range on this one, the EPA says is about 307 miles, but you know, when I was reading my, doing my research, they said it's more like 280 miles. So I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know if that takes the all-wheel drive into consideration. But from the research I read, the fully charged range on this one, the all-wheel drive is 280, the front-wheel drive is 300. Okay, and since they add the all-wheel drive into the option, maybe the EPA doesn't differentiate between front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive right there. But anyways, so we have the convenience package that's $8,300, bundling in lots of great features like heated front seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charging, HD surround vision, rear pedestrian detection, all that great stuff. Then the dual motor all-wheel drive was a $3,300 option. This one has the blackout package, which gives you black nameplates, black bow tie emblem, black painted mirror caps, $575 for that. All-weather package, which is your all-weather floor liners, $350. And that's pretty much it for the bulk of the optional equipment. You have this nice premium two-tone interior, high-quality materials, feels and looks beautiful. I don't know if it's real leather, I think it's synthetic leather, but if you really can't tell the difference, what difference does it make? Nice contrasting colors in the doors. Really beautiful job on GM's part. The fit and finish is excellent. Again, more contrasting colors and materials, USB-C charging and connectivity, wireless charging, completely digital gauge cluster, lots of information right there at your fingertips. Completely digital gauge cluster, looks beautiful, nice, crisp, high resolution display. So this is powered by Google's automotive infotainment technology. It's good that this is going in this direction because car companies, for the most part, they're great at the mechanical bits, but they're not tech or software companies. So allowing Google to come in there and integrate their amazing software, their amazing mapping technology, it is fantastic. You can download apps and stuff from the Google Play Store. You obviously have to sign in for an account and stuff like that, but I haven't really had a chance to really mess with this too much. I've just scratched the surface. There's Amazon Alexa. Yeah, these great composite cameras for excellent situational awareness, standard overhead, side camera. You have a drive mode selector which will change the behavior of the vehicle. Vehicle status, you know, tire pressure, energy info, trim information, ambient lighting. This is really cool. With the ambient lighting, obviously it's bright now, but at nighttime you can create a cool ambient effect on the inside, setting the mood. Really cool stuff. With the departure of the Bolt, unfortunately, that has made the Equinox Chevy's most affordable EV right now. It's a little bit bigger than the Bolt, and obviously the Bolt was just front-wheel drive, where this is all-wheel drive. This is more comparable to the size of like a Tesla Model Y, Mustang Mach-E, Honda Ioniq 5, Kia EV6. No engine up here, that's just the inverter and a coolant system. The battery does need a coolant system to keep it at a happy temperature, but you're gonna find that owning an EV is far less maintenance than an internal combustion powered car because there's far less moving parts. Internal combustion engine has thousands of moving parts. This only has dozens. No oil changes, no expensive, you know, coolant flushes, no transmission flushes, no fuel cleaning, no fuel system cleaning services, no timing chains, no timing belts. Pretty much most of your maintenance is going to be, you know, cabin filter, wiper blades, and tires. It's pretty much like owning an appliance. You plug it in, you drive it, you come home, you plug it in again, you wake up the next morning and it's fully charged. Nice spacious interior, plenty of legroom up there. I'm 6'2", and I got plenty of space back here, lots of headroom, lots of legroom, very comfortable place to be. And I can tell you, it's so nice not having to go to the gas station. That's one thing you take for granted, but you know, you see people waiting in line to get the cheapest gas at Costco or Safeway, but with EVs, it will be nice not to have to go to the gas station because your house is the gas station. You just plug it in and you wake up the next morning and it's fully charged. And of course you have a DC fast charging for trips and stuff like that, but we have up to a 280 mile range. You know, most people don't drive that much during the day, so it'll be very far and few between. Well, you'll have to DC fast charge it for most people. Lots of space back here. We have the floor mats, the carpet floor mats still in the packaging because it's got the all-season mats. We have an integrated cargo net. We have additional storage under here. There is your battery charger. Of course, you can fold down those rear seats for more cargo space. Nice, handsome design on the Equinox. It's a little bit more of a conventional car look. It's not kind of like, hey, screaming out to everyone, I'm different, I'm EV, I'm completely different than every other car on the road. You kind of blend in a little bit. For those of you who don't want to make a huge transition switching to an EV, you know, I own a Tesla, I like it a lot, but you know, there's a learning curve. There's a, you know, have to operate a lot of stuff through the screen. There's a lot of differences between a regular car, but this one, operating it and driving it is very similar to just driving a regular Chevy product. There's a few slight differences, but the switch gear, the buttons and knobs, the functionality is very similar to a regular gas-powered car, except this one has an electric motor and you plug it in. Well, thanks for taking the time to go on this little walk around with me. Hope to see you soon. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. We have more content coming out every few days. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon.